Hello guys, welcome back. Let's understand the process of follicular dynamics with a very simplified flowchart. We'll understand what is the process of recruitment, selection, and then the process of dominance. But besides this, we are going to see another very important process which goes inside the ovary that makes the follicular dynamics more complex, and that the word is atresia or degeneration. No doubt, the process what I am going to show is gonadotropin dependent, but several other factors are also involved. But altogether, we are going to get a follicle which is ready to undergo the process of ovulation and under the hormone LH. So before reaching to that stage, let's understand three doors. In the first door, I will show you the general diagram of the follicular dynamics. The number two, we'll see how the follicular dynamics occur in a wave manner, means how this process occurs in two waves or three waves inside the ovary. And in the final door, that's what known as the sanctum sanctorum. There we will understand how these follicles are controlled under the gonadotropins, how hypothalamus, anterior pituitary, ovary, they are playing a critical interconnecting role. Sometimes they are activating, sometimes they are inhibiting. Altogether, we are getting a follicle. So let's focus on the follicular dynamics, and I will explain you in a very easy language with an easy diagram so that you people can gain insight what actually happens in differential stages. So you are seeing the ovarian follicular pool, a smallest group of follicle. They are many, they are always present inside the ovary. I can write a word, these are ovarian follicular pool, and here the follicles are very small and mostly they are at the pre-antral stage, and those are the follicular pool. Now if you can see my blue arrow, they are further developed, not divide, they develop. You can see the size is increasing. The size is increasing, and these are a group of small follicles, and these follicles are converted from pre-antral, they are going towards secondary pre-antral and tertiary pre-antral. That means antrum is not fully formed. I can say space, fluid, more space, more fluid, that much, but there is no separation is there. And these smaller follicles are secreting small amount of estradiol. And here we should not forget that this hormone estradiol is the regulatory player. You can say my red pen, here it is FSH, the follicle stimulating hormone. We'll see how that FSH is coming, but for the time being, this is that process where they are undergoing a dynamic event, and we say them as recruitment. And always I will use a word privileged follicles, not all. And after that, you'll see how the process is becoming very complex. Now see the next stage. In the next stage, the follicles become larger. Now they are becoming more bigger in size. Their number is becoming less, but the size is becoming larger. And this is intermediate follicles. That means little bit larger compared to the previous one. These are intermediate follicle, and they are increasing the secretion of estradiol. I am not saying they are secreting the peak, but they are secreting estradiol. Still this hormone, here it's a growth is going on. And FSH sensitivity is going on, and granulosa cells are becoming more and more functional. Estradiol secretion is increasing compared to previous stage, and this particular stage is now known as the recruitment, is followed by the process known as selection. So this is selection, means only a few are undergoing the growth under the available conditions of FSH. But those are, now see my green pane, but some are there here. This is a peculiar point here. Some are undergoing here. It's so critical. Today, till date, the science has not understood, but several hypotheses are there, which I will go and further discuss. There are some are there which are failed to undergo growth. This is the privileged growth, I can say. They are failed. They are from here and here, and they are undergoing degeneration. See this green one, and this is that degenerated follicle. Now see the red pane. This process is known as atresia, and the follicles are undergoing the process of this is important. They are undergoing the process of degeneration. And why they undergo degeneration, that is my next class, where we'll understand the hormonal dominance and some of the fundamental chemical dominants, enzymatic determinants, and transcription factors, genetic regulators. Next, another very important. Here, the process is that the follicles undergo further growth. Here, FSH is also there, but their secretion gradually will start decreasing. The granulosa cells in this selection stage have developed the receptors for LH. Important. They have developed the response for LH. Now they are FSH less sensitive, but they are present. That's why there are only 1 or 2 follicles will undergo a size dependent increase. And this, I can say, a very large follicle. I can say them as dominant follicle or pre-ovulatory follicle. Dominant or pre-ovulatory follicle. And if I say the process is known as dominance. That means in the less FSH sensitive environment, still the follicles are growing. And those are those competent follicles which will undergo the process of a size, process of development of growth into a size which is capable to respond to this surge amount of LH. And what has happened secondarily, now this is secreting the highest amount of estradiol, and that is 17 beta, but here I'm just writing estradiol. It has increased and super increased. How beautiful this is. But we should not forget, but now another hormone is being in the floor, and that hormone is inhibin. I will explain the endocrinology in the 4th class or my final class, but just for the time being. So 2 hormones are being there. Here inhibin was not there. Here inhibin is not there, but here inhibin is there. The cycle is known as dominance. Estradiol is increased, inhibin has increased, and inhibin secretion has started and it is increased. Point to be noted, and this is important. FSH sensitivity is down. Growth is going on. Follicle number has reduced. But see this. This is another very, very important point. Here, some of the follicles still, they are undergoing degeneration. They are failed to undergo the process of dominance. And here still, the atresia is on. Here another question mark. Why this is occurring? Why they are undergoing degeneration? So these are the failed follicles which are undergoing degeneration. Next, out of this large follicle, what you are saying, dominant or pre-ovulatory follicle, one of them may further develop to another big full-sized pre-ovulatory follicle. If I'll say here dominant follicle, I can step gap pre-ovulatory follicle as or dominant follicle in arrow. But here I am saying large follicle, then it will further undergo growth. But this growth is more complicated. Here FSH is less, LH sensitivity is increasing. But this is tonic LH and granulosa cells have developed. This is very important point to know. This is the granulosa cells and this is that dominant follicle. And this dominant follicle will undergo the process of ovulation. So this is what known as the follicular dynamics. Now let us establish some of the important links. What inhibin has done? This inhibin, see this, it will act on, it is my next class where in endocrine regulation we'll see anterior pituitary, and from the anterior pituitary it has blocked the secretion of, this point is important, it has reduced FSH secretion. So that's why FSH level is not there, or here I can put another arrow, the FSH is down. Another link I can establish for this estradiol. This estradiol is now acting on the surge center, and this surge center is present at the hypothalamus. Already I told that the suprachiasmatic nucleus, very important, the suprachiasmatic nucleus and the preoptic nucleus. I can write here the suprachiasmatic nucleus and the preoptic nucleus, they are the surge center for this burst release of LH. And now what will happen? See my red pen, that is the last one, from the SCN and from the preoptic nucleus, this is a huge amount of LH is secreted, and that is known as LH surge. 10 to 30 times increase in the surge is seen depending on the species, and this LH will act on this dominant follicle, and ultimately it leads to the process which is known as ovulation. So with this foundation lecture comes to the end. In my next class, we'll see how these waves are there. What is the physiological basis behind this recruitment, selection and dominance? Why atresia occurs? Why FS sensitivity loses? Why LS sensitivity increases? Why estradiol is increasing? What estradiol is doing? How the hypothalamic surge centers, tonic centers are activated? How the LH is causing the ovulation. So stay tuned for my next lecture where we will also see the endocrine interplay and follicular interplay. Thank you so much.